Please give it up for the man they call Spartacus R!
Good morning. Greetings in the name of our ancestors and the spirit of my heart. I greet you, brothers and sisters, fellow Africans. We're here about the celebration of one of our great ancestors, Marcus Messiah Garvey, the greatest leader of the 20th century, probably of all time. The greatest African of modern day. Today also we're talking about reparations. And when we talk about reparations, we upset a few people. Why don't you just leave the past behind? Let's live together in peace and harmony and unity. And I say that's a great idea. Let's resolve the problem so we can leave the past behind. Okay? But we can't resolve the problem. We can't get reparations. We will not get reparations until we have liberated ourselves. Because reparations is the little r in the middle of liberation. And liberation leads us to what some people talk about, which is peace. A few years ago, I wrote a poem. I call it Freedom First. It was first performed, in fact, I wrote this poem in a tent in Hyde Park while I was waiting to go on stage to perform to 250,000 people on the CND campaign. It was an anti-nuclear campaign. I was sitting in there trying to figure out, what the hell am I doing here? Weapons are tools of peace for freedom and democracy. But nuclear arms is just a modern disease. It can kill all humanity. I say, freedom first, then peace will last. We want freedom first, then peace. Freedom first, then peace will last. Freedom first, and then freedom first, then peace will last. We want freedom first, then peace will last. We want freedom first, then peace. They talk so much about human rights, but in someone else's country. And then they violate the basic rights of the people in their own country. That's you, and you, and you, and you, and me. That's why I say freedom first, then peace will last. We want freedom first, then peace. Freedom first, then peace will last. Say freedom first, then peace. What is it? Freedom first. Say again? Freedom first, then peace will last. Freedom first. I can't hear you. Freedom first, then peace will last. Freedom first, then peace. What? Freedom first, then peace will last. All right, you got it right that time. Freedom first, and then peace. Remember, reparations is an exercise, a learning process to our liberation. Because once you have liberation, reparations is not part of the question, because you have everything. Okay? We have the power. We have the power. We have the power to free ourselves, and we have the power to make the world a better place for all human beings. So how do we get freedom? Yeah, okay, so here we're talking about freedom. How do we get freedom? Oh, I'll tell you what. We're going to get freedom by saying to the Europeans, listen, we don't think it's so good to be oppressed. Can you liberate us, please? Is that how we're going to do it? No! So tell me, how are we going to do it then? Fight for it! Fight! 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 Fight the enemy! And do we fight ourselves? And what are we doing right now? Right. So we got to fight the enemy, liberate ourselves, and make the world a safe place for us and everyone else to live in. Thank you very much. Let me start with the song. I'll see you on the other side of the rainbow. Much thanks.
Give it up for Spartacus. Oh, come on. up, see? And they're gonna come here and tell you a bit about their pride in the system. So hear me!
Good afternoon, ladies and gents. My name is Rupert Sylvester. I am the father of Roger Sylvester. Is anybody here who remember 9/11? What happened on 9/11? Anybody here happened up the 11th of January 1999? Well, my son was restrained by 8 police officers on the 9th of January 1999. Up to this day, his inquest will be taking place on the 8th of September. But I'm going to come to that in a minute. They restrained him, they handcuffed him. First of all, he was not violent, he was not arrested, he was not aggressive. They said that they come to help him for his own safety. But if one comes to help you for your own safety, and you make it, and it was a very cold night, one of the first things they will do to you is to cover you up. We see they done that to several people. I saw on television, they do that with Mr. David. Why couldn't they do cover my son up? But anyway, they handcuff him, restrain him, and take him to St. Anne's Hospital. For 20 minutes, they was choking him. And you know something they tell us? My son, he was so big because anything that happened to a black person, they are the most violent, biggest, and everything that is it about them. And they was taking it in turn to restrain him for somebody that had done nothing. So anyway, they had an investigation, and the two prosecuting officers said there is insufficient evidence. Because when police officers, when you have that in custody, the police, and they're having an investigation, police officers refusing to give any statement, and it is their right. But I am saying, the police officers, they are the servants of we the people. So when they do something wrong, and there is an investigation, that right should be removed. And even though you have an inquest, and the result of the jury said unlawful killing, the Crown Prosecuting Service still refused to prosecute police officers for death in Costa Rica. But anyway, I won't take up most of your time. I just want to give you all, because my son's birthday is tomorrow. That is the same day as Marcus Garvey. So we are having a service on the Woodland High Road in the Pentecostal Church. And tomorrow, starting at 6 o'clock. And we are asking anybody who goes to church, or if you are a pastor, a preacher, or whatever, on the 7th, we are asking you to have a prayer for truth. And on the 8th, the inquest will be taking place at St. Pancras Coroner's Court. So I am inviting each and every one of you who have the spare time will come and support the family, and especially to hear what the 8 police officers, the account they would give for what they have done to my son on the 11th of January 1999. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I'm looking forward to see most of you all on the 8th of September. Thank you very much.